Go.
Yevamos, Yevamos, and we are Gimel Ket. If any of them have been the subject of a question of control over divorce, the co-wives require
Hold on,
chalitza.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Gimel base.
I'm doing yours again?
Yes, yes, you are. I know you have aspirations. One day
I
you two will give a share.
not this, not on this. Gimel base. Okay, I have checked off. Oh my gosh. Okay, Gimel base. If one of them was forbidden to one of the brothers by the heir of prohibition, he is forbidden to her but permitted to her sister. While the second brother is forbidden to both, if it was a prohibition by commandment or a sanction because of sanctity, he requires kalisa, but may not be taken in vibum. If one of them was forbidden to one brother by error prohibitions, and the second one was forbidden to the other brother by the error prohibition, the one forbidden to this brother is permitted to the other brother, while the other one forbidden to that brother is permitted to this brother. This is what is meant by the statement, her sister is a fellow Yevama, but she may be performed with Kalitzo or may be taken in Yibum. If there were three brothers and two of them were married to two sisters and to a woman and her daughter or her daughter's daughter or her son's daughter, they require chalitza, but may not be taken in yibum. Reb Shimon, however, releases them if any of them was forbidden to him by the Erva prohibition. He is forbidden to her but permitted to her sister. If it was a prohibition by commandment or because of sanctity, that requires chalitza, but may not be taken in yibum. If there were three brothers and two of them were married to two sisters and one was unmarried, and if the husband of one of the sisters died and the unmarried one performed mamar with her, then his second brother died.
Hold on a
Then,
second.
then
Hold on. I think you're on hay now. They're a lot. They all start the same, but hay is mine.
okay, you got that. Okay,
Okay,
okay.
cool, no problem. Let me also share my art scroll so we can look at the same picture together. All right. So this is Mishna Hay over here. Shlosha Achin. So we got three brothers. Two of them are married to two sisters. Okay, here we go. He labeled here first brother, second brother, and third brother here who's unmarried. Okay, ve'echad mufne. Meis echad mibalei achayos. Okay, so let's just say that the second brother dies. Okay, Asaba mufne mamar, and now the third brother does mamar. Now, have we spoken about mamar before?
Yeah, we have.
Okay, so yeah.
Well, here it says first brother dies in the
Okay, first
diagram.
brother dies. Oh, there we go. First brother dies. Yes, you're right. Okay, so third brother does mamar with the wife.
Right.
Okay. Now mamar is that's the it's like a kiddushin. Okay.
Hmm.
But the difference between that and just to refresh your memory about this, mamar is a kiddushin. And on a durabanan level, at least, it sanctifies the wife to him, and which is what he's supposed to do before he actually goes and has relations with her. Okay. On the doraisa level, according to Beis Hillel, as we'll see, it's ineffective. But we're going to see that there's a machlokes between Beis Hillel and Beis Shammai. That Beis Shammai holds that mamar is effective on a doraisa level. Okay, which means that he has now fulfilled his yibum obligation already, and has broken the chains with she doesn't need a chalitza anymore. She's now married to him. This is a full marriage as far as Beis Shammai is concerned. Okay, so the Mufni does mamar, v'achar kach meis achiv hasheni, and now brother two dies. Okay, so now this last brother over here, he's now got done a kiddushin, a mamar with this wife, but
Right.
now his sister has fallen to him for yibum. So now he's got a problem because now because he hasn't properly married her. She isn't yet his wife, and now his sister has fallen to him for yibum. So we'll see. Beis Shammai omrim ishto imo. Doesn't matter. He's already married. He's fully 100% married to the sister. It's Ke'ilu, that was his wife all the time. And now that his brother's died, there's just no din of Yibum at all. Okay? The Hala Tetze Mishum Achos Isha. She just goes free. So she's his wife's sister, and she goes free without a chalitza. Beis
Okay.
Hillel disagree. They say this mama is not effective on a doraisa level. Motzi is ishto beget. He has a problem now. he cannot remain married to her because on the Doraisa level, he's got two sisters who have fallen to him for Yibum. Right? It didn't, the whole of Yevamos almost, you got to have your Doraisa glasses and your Durabana glasses. You put on your Doraisa glasses and you see what's the situation. Nothing has happened. He's now got two sisters who have fallen to him from separate brothers for Yibum, and he's not allowed to get married to either of them. On the Durabanan level, however, take off your Doraisa glasses and put on the Durabanan glasses. He's married to this woman that he can't be that he's not allowed to be married to, and therefore he has to give her a get as well. Okay. Motzi is ishto beget. He has to divorce his wife with a get. Ube chalitza. And he also has to give her a chalitza because on the Doraisa level, she still needs to go out. So she needs a get and a chalitza. The Eishes achiv bechalitza, but the second sister just needs a chalitza.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zohi she'amru oilo al ishto oilo al Eishes achiv. Bad luck, mate. You have to woe to you about your wife, woe to you about your wife's sister. Or about the wife of your brother.
Mm.
Okay, so that was a situation that required him to divorce the wife that he'd already started to take. Now,
Right. You said before that he was married to the first sister, okay, the first brother's sister, because he did mama with her. So correct? Am I correct on that?
on the
But then he's
Durabanan level, he's married to her. On the Daraisa level, he's not married to her.
not married to her. Okay. That
Because
limits him.
right, if it was Kiddushin, if he was marrying her for the first time, as soon as he puts on the ring and says Harayat Mekudeshesli, even though he hasn't yet taken her to for Yichud, or he hasn't had chuppah, all he's done the Kiddushin, which back in the old days they used to have a year between Kiddushin and Nisuin.
Right.
So
Mhm.
if he died in that year, he would have a Yibum situation because
Uh-huh.
because she is Doraisa, his wife. Once he puts the ring on her finger, she is his wife Doraisa. But in this case, because it's in the Yibum context, and she would otherwise be Asotim. Remember, this is his brother's wife. Under normal circumstances, the brother's wife is an erva.
Uh-huh.
But it's
Mm.
specifically because of the mitzvah of Yibum that he is allowed to marry her, and the rules for Yibum are completely different.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Vav. Shlosha Achin. Once again, we have our three brothers. Let's just get onto the picture. Boom. First case. Shlosha Achin. We have three brothers. Shnai mehem nisuim shtei achayos. Once again, the two brothers are married to two sisters, and ve'echad nasoi nochris. And this brother over here is married to a stranger who's not any way related to the other two women. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Meis echad mi bale achayos. All right. So first brother dies. Kanas nasoi nochris is ishtor. Okay. What happens? Second brother does a yibum to this sister over here. This is now a full yibum. He's completely married to her. It's his wife.
Right.
Okay. Now, second brother dies. Okay. So what's happened is two wives have now fallen for yibum. One of them, and the third brother is left behind. Now he is left with his wife's sister over there. He cannot do Yibum on her. She's an erva. Okay. And since he cannot do Yibum with her, her co-wife is also out the picture. Okay, that's something that we learned in the first mission of the Masechta. All right,
Right.
this is not any big chiddush. We're just telling you this over here is a prelude to the next case in the Mishnah. Okay, so harishana yotza mishum achos isha, v'shniya mishum tsarasa. Okay, this is nothing fancy over here. Now, what happens in the second case? Asaba mamar. He did so. Now, it's the same diagram, but the second brother only managed to do mamar with the sister, v'mes, and now he dies. So now you've got to do the split between Daraisa and Darabanan again. Okay. On the Daraisa level, nothing happened here. Right? Bamar Midaraisa is like there's nothing there. So the third brother is looking at this situation as if two brothers died, and he's got his wife's sister to one and a stranger to the other. So on the Doraisa level, his wife's his first brother's wife goes free without chalitza because it's his wife's sister, and the second brother is wife is eligible for yibum. Okay, but the rabbanon. So from the Rasa level, it's pretty simple. His wife's sister goes free, and the other and his other and the strange woman is eligible for yibum. But now look on the Drabanan level. His brother has fallen. His brother has died with two wives on a Drabanan level, and one of them is going to need yibum. However, this woman over here is asa to him, and therefore he cannot marry her. Um, and and this woman over here is asked to him as the co-wife of his wife's sister. That's what we saw in the previous case. So if we compound these two things, the halacha for the first for the wife's sister, in both cases, on the Doraisa level, she's free. On the Durabanan level, she's free. So she's not going to need anything because
Okay.
neither Doraisa nor Durabanan is she going to need anything. However, this second woman on the Doraisa level needs a yibum. On the Durabanan level, she's not allowed a yibum. Therefore, what's going to happen? She needs a chalitza. Let's see it in the Mishnah. Okay, Asa b'mamar b'meis. Nochris choletzes v'lo misibemis. So the stranger woman needs a chalitza, may not be taken in yibum. And that's it. But the other sister goes free. All right.
Oh,
Third case.
okay. All
It's-
right.
Okay, third case over here. Shlosha achim, shnai mehem nisim shtei achayos. Once again, same thing he's married to a stranger. V'echad nasoi nochris. Meis hanasoi nochris. Okay, so he dies, and the first brother takes his wife in Yibum. All right, so now the first brother has got two wives, and once again, וכנס אחד מבעלי החייס אשתו, במאיס הראשונה יצא משום אחוס אישה, ושנייה משום צרסה. Once again, that's back to first principles. A completely simple case, as we learned in the first Mishnah. The sister goes free because it's his wife's sister, and the stranger because it's her co-wife. Asaba Mamar, fourth case. Fourth case, now, once again, it's the same situation as the second case, honestly, because the first brother did Mamar to the stranger. So again, on the Doraisa level, she's eligible for Yibum. On the Durabanan level, on the Durabanan level, she needs a Chalitza because she's effectively married to the first brother, and she's asked her for Yibum. So once again, it's basically the same as the second case in the Mishnah. It's just which brother is married to which sister. But it comes out that the halacha is the same, that the sister doesn't need anything because she's automatically exempt, but the stranger needs a chalitza.
Yeah.
Okay.
We haven't discussed it all. Maybe it comes up later on. Is there a waiting period between the yibum and the kalitza? No, like like they say, if a woman,
Right. So we actually learn that later on in the Masechta that after a woman is widowed or divorced, um, she needs to wait lechatchila. She has to wait 3 months.
3 months, right? Right.
But the reason for that is in case she's pregnant.
Right.
We want to know
So,
who's the father of the child.
right.
So you got to
So
have
what
a good
in these
split.
cases there in these cases here there's a different waiting period?
No, we just don't bother talking about the waiting period over here because we just need to say that once, and it'll apply to any case where a woman has to remarry. There's
Okay.
no difference anyway. She always has to wait 3 months. But it's not my case. If she doesn't wait 3 months, we don't make her get divorced. It's just this is lechatchila. We tell her you should wait. Otherwise, you're gonna have a situation where you get pregnant right after remarrying, and now we don't know whose child this is.
Right. Right. Okay.
And then we're going to have all these cases that deal with the case where it's where the child is a safek, who's his father.
Right.
So we're going to see that in the Mishnah.
Especially if one of them's a Kohen, one of them's a father's a
Right,
Kohen, the other one's an Israel,
right.
comes
Yeah,
the
one
whole
of them is
thing.
one of them is potentially a Kohen,
Right.
and we'll have all those svekos coming up. Okay, Mishnah Zion.
Okay, Mr. Design. Okay. Where
Okay,
we Wait,
No,
you
no, no. We're
Yevamos?
still we're still in Yevamos. We haven't finished.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Next case. Shlosha achim. Shnai mehem nesuim shtei achayos. Okay, so we've got two of them are married to two sisters, and once again, echad nasei nochris. Same situation as we had in the previous Mishnah. Meis echad mibalei achayos. Okay, so one of the brothers dies. V'kanas nasoi nochris is ishto. Okay, so once again, the stranger um, uh, the second brother marries the sister. Okay. Umesa ishto shel sheni. And now, different situation here. Now we're talking about the sister dies. Now why does this make a difference that the sister dies? Because the erva of achos ishto, of your wife's sister, is only applicable during the lifetime of the wife. If
Okay.
if she dies, then her sister becomes mutar. Okay, that is a unique situation that's specified in the Torah that says during it explicitly says during the lifetime of his wife he cannot take his wife's sister, but once his wife dies, it is permitted to marry her sister. Okay, so now what happens is what happens over here? Remember, the first brother died, and in that moment, the brother, this brother was mutter to marry her, obviously, but the third brother over here is married to the sister of the Yavama. She is asa to him. Once she's asa to him, you'll see she's permanently asa to him, even though his wife now dies, and this second brother also dies. The third brother is not allowed to marry his wife's sister now, not because it's his wife's sister, because his wife is now no longer in the picture, but because it was his brother's wife.
Uh,
At the point that his brother died and his sister fell for Yibum, she was asa to him because his wife was alive at the time. Once she has been ushered to him because of his as a Yavama, she can never again be mutar to him because it's his brother's wife. His brother's wife shelo b'makom yibum. Okay,
okay.
his brother's wife, who is ushered to him, will never become mutar again. Okay, so let's just see it in the Mishnah. Meisa ishto shel sheni v'achar kach meis nasai nochris. Harezo asura alav olamis. Okay, so this sister is forbidden to the third brother forever. Ho'el v'nesra alav sha'achas, because she was ushered to him at one time. Now, similar case but different. Let's get that open. Three brothers. Okay, shnayim mahen nesuim shtei achayos v'achad nasei nochris. Same circumstances again. Geresh echad mibalei achayos es ishto. Okay, so the first brother divorced this sister. Okay, and then when umeis nasei nochris, and the second brother died. So now the first brother now marries the stranger by Yibum. All right, so this is the situation that we're left with. And now the first brother also dies. Meis nasoi nochris, kanasa magaris for Meis. And now he also dies. All right, now this is a situation where it's mutar for him to marry the stranger because his wife's sister is no longer in the picture. She's not married to this first brother.
All right. Right. Okay.
Okay, so um, so now when the first brother dies, all that's happened is a stranger has fallen to him for Yibum, and she's permitted to him. She's got no connection anymore to the sister that he divorced before this all happened. And if they died or were divorced beforehand, their tsaros are permitted. And that is the end of our Mishnahs for the day.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, give
I
me
thought,
more of that. Give me more of that.
I thought I was confused I thought I was confused when I woke up in the morning, but all right. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Well,
Okay.
that should make you feel better about your day because everything can only get better from here.
Right. Kagiga, Kagiga. Tax collectors who entered a house and likewise thieves who returned utensils had they had stolen are believed to say, "We did not touch them."
Wait a second. Just a second. Aren't we on Gimel? Just check.
I have
Yeah,
Gimel.
we're in Gimel Gimel.
All right, because this is different here. What happens is they make this number 6D.
Oh,
Gimel,
oh, so you've got different. So you've got so right. So I've got in mind ochlim. They can eat
dry
dry
food.
hand
Okay,
with their
right.
hands.
We can eat dry food with contaminated hands if the foods are truma, but not if they are kodesh. The owner and the one who needs to bring an atonement offering requires immersion for eating kodesh, but not for eating truma. The stringency of Truma is as follows. In Judea, the Amaretz are believed concerning the Tahara of wine and oil throughout the year, and during the wine pressing and olive pressing seasons, the Amaretz are believed even concerning Truma. If the wine pressing and olive pressing seasons have passed and they have brought him a barrel of wine of Truma, he should not accept it from them, but he may set it aside for the next wine pressing year. However, if he told them within it, I have separated a fourth of a log of Kodesh, he is believed. Concerning jugs of wine or jugs of oil, that are still mingled, they are believed about them during the wine pressing season and during the olive pressing season, and even for 7 days prior to the wine pressing season. From Modi'in onward, they are believed concerning earthenware vessels. From Modi'in outward, they are not believed. How so? If the pot is slain, the pots came inward of Modi'in, regarding the very pot of the very pots and the very purchases, he is believed. But if he left, he is not believed. Tax collectors who enter the house, and likewise thieves who return
Oh,
utensils that
that's
had
it.
stolen.
That's it. We stop at tax collectors. Yeah.
That's for tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah.
that's called 6D. Okay. All
Okay.
right. Okay, Gimel Hay,
Give a base.
Tanis.
Oh, did I not? Wait, did I not move it? No, it's Gimel base on Tanis.
I can't believe we're doing this.
Okay.
Gimel base.
Okay.
All right, Gimel base. If suitable rain fell for crops but did not fall for trees, or for trees but did not fall for crops, for both, or but not for the filling of water holes, ditches, and caves, we sound the shofar at once. Similarly, if no rains fell on a particular city, as it is stated, I have caused it to rain on one city, and on one city I caused no rains to fall. One field was rained upon. That city must fast and sound the shofar, and all around surrounding areas do not fast, but do not sound the shofar. Rabbi Akiva says they sound the shofar, but do not fast. Similarly, a city in which a pestilence or collapse of a building is that the city must fast and sound the shofar. All surrounding areas fast but do not sound the shofar. Rabbi Akiva says they sound the shofar but do not fast. And what is considered pestilence? In a city that can bring 500 men on foot. If 3 men died on 3 successive days, it is considered pestilence. Fewer than this is not considered pestilence. Okay,
Okay.
that's it.
Yeah.
Pesachim.
Pesachim.
Okay. Daled. They pour him a second cup of wine, and here the son asked of his father. And
Wait,
the son,
wait. I think what you did is you went ahead with three extra Mishnahs in each one. We're starting with Aleph here
okay, that's what I did exactly.
on the previous sect on the previous Masechet. Yeah.
Okay, if on the eve of Passover, close to the mincha period, a person may not eat until it becomes dark. Even the poorest man in Israel may not eat unless he reclines, and he must give him not less than 4 cups of wine, even though it is supported from the city charity plate. They pour for him the first cup. But Shammai says he recites the benediction over the day, but then recites the benediction over the wine. Rabbi Hillel says he recites the benediction over the wine and then recites the benediction over the day. Then they bring it before him. He dipped lettuce before he reaches the course that is secondary to the matzah. Now they brought before him matzah, lettuce, and charosis, and 2 cooked dishes, although charosis is not a mitzvah. Rabbi Eliezer ben Tzadok says the dipping is a mitzvah, and in the temple they would bring before him the body of the Pesach offering. Okay.
Next.
I
Yes.
can go ahead. I can go ahead. Okay. All right. Let me see. Okay. We have Shavias, and I probably got this wrong. Shavias, I should be in Aleph
Done.
Hey.
Aleph done.
Dalet. I really went ahead here. Aleph Dalet. How could that be? Okay. Oh. Okay. If one was yielding a cake of pressed figs, and 2 were not yielding, or two were yielding, and there was not one yielding, one may only plow according to their requirements. If they are from 3 to 9, if they are 10 or more than 10, whether they are yield or not, the entire Beisar may be plowed for the sake, as it is written, in plowing and in harvest you shall rest. Since it is unnecessary to state plowing and harvesting in the 7th year, it refers to plowing and harvesting in the year preceding, which enters into the 7th year, and to harvesting at the end of the 7th year, which extends into the year after the 7th year. Rabbi Yishmael says, just as plowing is optional, so too so also is harvesting optional, which includes the harvesting of the omer. 3 trees which belong to 3 people combine, and they may plow the entire Beitzah for their sake. And what space must be left between them? Rabbi Gimel says an ox for an oxen to pass through with their implements. If 10 saplings are spread out of the Beit Saw, the entire Beit Saw may be plowed by the sake until Rosh Hashanah. If they are planted in a row and surrounded by a fence, it is permitted to plow only as much as they require. Okay.
All right.
All right. Caleb.
Caleb.
Okay, I bet you're in the wrong one. So I'll go back. Let me see. I should be in. I should be in Kaf Olive Olive.
Yes, very good.
Oh, that went back. Okay. Okay.
We're back.
I don't know why I did that. One who touches the upper beam, the lower beam, the heddle, the reed, thread on which he placed upon purple wood, or a swatch that he does not intend to leave there is tahor. One who touches the weft of the fabric, the sensitive warp, the doubled material on which he placed upon purple wool, or a swatch that he intends to leave there is tame. One who touches the wool which on the staff or on the ashvaya is tahor. One who touches the wool before it covers it is tame, and one who touches it after he uncovers it is tahor. One who touches the rope, the crossbar, the collar, the beam, even when they are in use, is tahor. And one who touches the handle, the barak, and the guide is tameh. One who touches the metal ring, the coulters, and the mold boards is tameh. And Rabbi Yehuda was tahor regarding the coulters, since their purpose was only to increase the amount of the dirt. One who touches the handle of a bow saw at either end is tummy, and one who touches the string, the band, the bridge, the dowels, the carpenter's press of the bow shaft handle of an auger is tahor. Rabbi Yehuda says also one who touches the frame of a great saw is tahor, and one who touches the bowstring or the bow, even if it is stretched, is tahor. A mole trap is tahor. Rabbi Yehuda says as long as it is set, is considered connected.
Right.
Okay, got that right. See if I can get this one right.
Yes.
Marcos.
These are quick ones because I'm kind of late at this point.
Okay,
You know, yeah, I'm gonna
which one?
go at this point. So we need it's
Which one?
from base Aleph.
Salad, right? Okay, okay, go. Okay, have a great
Okay.
Shabbos. Enjoy it.
You
Thank
too.
you,
Good
Sean.
Shabbos. Good Shabbos.
Thank you. These are the ones where the person.